Let me ask you something. Why do you care so much if they don't like you? You change the way you talk. You water down your truth. You shrink your light just to stay accepted in spaces where your spirit doesn't even feel safe. Why? Because you don't want to be seen as too much, too different, or too Christian. But let me remind you of something important. They didn't like Jesus either. Think about that for a second. Jesus, the Son of God, perfect, blameless, loving, healing the sick, raising the dead, feeding the hungry, speaking truth, and they still hated him. He was betrayed, mocked, lied on, falsely accused, and eventually crucified by the very people he came to save. So if you're out here trying to please everyone and be universally liked, you're chasing something even Jesus didn't achieve. That's not failure. That's reality. Because when you walk in purpose, not everyone will understand it. And when you stand for truth, not everyone will like it. Let me free you right now. You weren't created to fit into every room. You weren't called to be liked by every crowd. You were called to be set apart. That means sometimes you'll be misunderstood, you'll be judged, you'll be rejected. But rejection from man is not rejection from God. In fact, sometimes it's confirmation that you're walking the right path. Jesus said in John 15:18, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first." So stop letting their opinion distract you from your mission. They didn't like him, and he still fulfilled his purpose. So can you. Here's the truth. Trying to please people will leave you exhausted. You'll start molding yourself into whatever version they'll accept until you look in the mirror and can't even recognize the person staring back. You'll lose your voice, trying to keep theirs. You'll lose your boldness, trying to keep their comfort. But what's the point of being liked by everyone if you're no longer walking in obedience to God? Because the moment you start living for their applause, you'll start dying at the sound of their silence. Don't trade your identity for acceptance. Let's be real. Sometimes it hurts. You didn't ask to be the outcast. You didn't want to be left out, talked about, overlooked. But not being liked doesn't mean you're unlovable. Not being included doesn't mean you're unwanted. You are deeply known, fully loved, unshakably chosen by the one who matters most. Jesus didn't die for a version of you that fits in. He died for the real you, the one that might make people uncomfortable, because truth often does. You want to live bold? You want to carry your cross? You want to speak truth? It's going to cost you something. Your reputation, some relationships, maybe some platforms. But Jesus said it clearly in Luke 6:26. Woe to you when everyone speaks well of you. Because if everyone is comfortable around you, maybe you're not confronting anything. And if no one's ever offended by your faith, maybe you're not living it out loud. Don't be rude, don't be arrogant, but don't be silent when you're called to speak. True confidence isn't found in being liked. It's found in being anchored. Anchored in God's love. Anchored in who He says you are. Anchored in the truth that you don't need their validation when you already have His approval. People are fickle. They'll cheer you one day and crucify you the next. But God is steady. He doesn't change when your followers do. He doesn't withdraw love when your popularity dips. He remains. So build your confidence on the one who doesn't move. So again, I'll ask, why do you care if they don't like you? They didn't like Jesus. And yet, He still healed, still loved, still obeyed, still won. So don't shrink. Don't apologize for being obedient. Don't water down your light because it makes others squint. You weren't called to blend in, you were called to stand out. And the ones who are meant to walk with you, they'll see your light and thank God for it. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be faithful. They didn't like Jesus, and he changed the world. So stop worrying about who doesn't approve of you. Start focusing on the one who already does. Walk bold. Walk free. Walk like you know who you belong to. Because you were never meant to be liked by the world. You were meant to be loved by God.